This is not what you were expecting from Goku's newest version of Ultra Instinct. From the moment Gas started to unleash this new power-up, Goku could tell this was going to be a problem. But he had no idea just how terrible of a situation he was about to face, as, only about 3 seconds after the power-up, Gas was already grabbing Goku by the throat without even coming near him. This move instantly told us what this fight was going to be like, as Gas leaked just how strong he had become, saying this. But Goku wasn't able to really grasp how dangerous his opponent was now, until something terrifying was revealed by these two things. Before tossing Goku like a doll through the forest, Gas explained where this intense power-up had come from in this moment here, making it clear that if he hoped to survive this battle, Goku would probably be left with only one option. With no Vegeta or Granola there to help him, Goku would have to take full advantage of Gas's life force slowly burning away. But how? Goku would either have to try running away from Gas, like he had done with his little game of tag instant transmission style, or pull a Vegeta Ultra Ego move by just taking the blows until Gas would eventually run out of his burning life energy. But Goku quickly learned that one of those options was a complete bust, as Gas revealed that this new power of his included much more than an increase in strength. Still flying through the trees, Goku found out the hard way that running away wouldn't be an option, as his body was suddenly pulled back to Gas with a tornado. Had this man really become strong enough that he could control the weather itself? Although there was one lapse in Gas's judgment by using this move. Or so I thought. Hadn't Gas just seen Goku teleport away from an attack? Wondering what made him think Goku wouldn't do the same thing in this tornado is a question I didn't have to wait long to get answered, as this happened. And to make matters worse, Gas soon revealed yet another new ability with this. Hadn't we seen something like this before though? With this new move being way too close to Goku's big Ultra Instinct body that he used to defeat Moro. It was hard to not question if Gas was gaining the angel power himself. After all, how was Goku not able to dodge those attacks inside the tornado, even with his new and improved version of Ultra Instinct? And how was Goku not able to notice Gas move behind him earlier? Well, it seemed that Gas had gained a third ability with this new power-up, a huge boost in speed. But also, it was becoming clear that Goku's new version of Ultra Instinct wasn't at all like the version we saw here. When Goku was able to instantly use the upgrade of perfected Ultra Instinct to its full ability. This time, Goku was going through something we had seen not long ago, as Goku had fought against Granola. His first time pairing Ultra Instinct with a Super Saiyan form, even Goku admitted that he wasn't very efficient. It was the side of Ultra Instinct that he was going to have to practice. So were Gas and his attacks really as fast as they appeared? Or was this the downfall of Goku not being able to yet master the switch between his calm dodging side of Ultra Instinct and his new emotional attacking side? But as Gas used his new half Luffy, half giant Ultra Instinct inspired punch on Goku, I wondered if this was going to be an ability Goku would be able to learn, because that might just be his only hope. But I was wrong. Another, much greater hope was suddenly revealed here. What Maki was noticing about the result of Gas's new, much older appearance was something that Gas actually had all wrong, as he told Goku this. But what was really happening to Gas is something Goku had been through himself in this moment. With his body and power being out of sync, and the added fact that Gas was clearly in denial about it, there was a new glimmer of hope for Goku to find the advantage in this fight. And it was a hope that was about to come true, as Goku managed to spin himself back into control after being kicked into the air, bolting himself downward with a new sense of confidence. There was something about Goku from this entire portion of the fight that suddenly became clear. After all the attacks and revelations of new abilities from Gas, Goku was still holding on to Ultra Instinct, even though this was his first time attempting to use it with emotions. Something that had hurt his ability to even tap into the power in the past, Goku was clearly getting used to his new version of Ultra Instinct as the fight continued. This is something that should have helped Goku as he was about to clash with Gas's monster fist, until everything was suddenly stopped by this. Even though it was hard to believe that Granola would still be holding a grudge against the Saiyans after having just fought alongside them, there was one thing that made me think that maybe Elec had a point. After his life was almost taken away, and after being asleep for so long, was there a possibility that Granola had forgotten everything? Well, Granola was attacking Goku because of something that had happened while he was asleep, but it was for a reason that was completely unexpected. Turns out that the real hero of this entire arc would turn out to be Bardock, as Granola revealed here. With the same motivation that had been given to Goku and Vegeta, Granola wanted another round against the new universe's strongest fighter, but more importantly, he wanted to win. And just as Goku was agreeing to give the win to someone other than himself, something terrible began to happen to Gas that just might give Granola the advantage he would need. But this unexplained trembling around Gas's body, and the advantage it could bring to the heroes, would have to wait as we saw something completely opposite of the norm. We've seen so many times where Goku needs the help of Vegeta to stall time and take the blows while he prepares to take the win. But this time, it was Goku who would be stalling, and Granola would be charging up that one final attack. However, the excitement didn't last long. Even though he had just been in a state of panic, Gas suddenly was acting like nothing was wrong with his body after all, as he happily charged at Goku. And as we waited for an explanation on what was happening to Gas, Goku showed what it means to have a reason to fight. With his new hope to win this battle charging up behind him, Goku was able to actually grab hold of Gas's huge attack and get in a vicious kick, managing to actually injure his opponent for the first time since Gas had unleashed this upgrade in power. But it wasn't enough. With an instant counterattack completely stomping Goku into the ground, those unexplained tremors started to make sense. Goku wasn't the only one with a new reason to keep fighting. Even though Elec would have had to make the same terrible exchange for Gas's wish that Granola had to make to become the strongest in the universe, there was one difference. Pay attention to what Elec told Goku here. With Granola, we knew exactly what kind of time limit he had left, but it was much more vague for Gas's time limit. And because of this right here, it was clear that Elec had made Gas much stronger than even Granola had been. Putting these things that Elec had said together, plus the revelation that Gas was burning his very cells away, makes it obvious that Gas has a much shorter time limit than even just a few months. And as Gas realized what was happening to his body as it trembled, he must have made the decision to let his power drive him harder than ever before, giving him a boost way more meaningful and much stronger than Goku's boost of knowing Granola could charge up the power to win. But was this drive to win before losing his life really as strong as it should be? As he became distracted from ending his fight with Goku, Gas revealed that Granola still had way more power than expected. With a ton of energy being pulled into his final attack, Granola's power as the second strongest in the universe forced Gas to change his mind about which fighter he should finish first. But his mind wouldn't shift away from Goku for long, as his attack on Granola was blocked by Goku's shield, forcing Gas to finally send off the barrage of beams he was probably going to use to finish Goku off in the first place. And this time, Gas succeeded, having admitted quite a while ago to not having much fight left in him. Goku wasn't able to hold on any longer and was knocked unconscious. And with Granola's panic of not having completed his attack yet, we saw the true advantage Gas has had through this entire battle. Going up against the new strongest fighter in the universe, you'd expect the three super strong heroes of the fight to team up more than they had. But with someone being targeted and taken out one by one each time, Gas keeps getting an easy one-on-one fight. But remember how Goku took the role of the one stalling time for once? Well, things were about to turn in this same way again. as Vegeta became the one swooping in to save the day, knocking Gas to the ground in only his already weakened base form. When Vegeta had fallen, requiring the help of Goku's new version of Ultra Instinct to save him, it was disappointing to most fans to see Vegeta taking the L for Goku's sake yet again. But considering Vegeta had woken up fast enough to comment on Goku's new style of Ultra Instinct, it was easy to guess that he had enough time to rest up some in order to save Goku for once. However, Vegeta's moment in the spotlight and the hero's chances to win were cut short, as Maki and Oil decided to make this battle 3 versus 2. But with another shocking revelation, it was Planet Cereal's last surviving Namekian that saved the day with this one simple move. And by Minato using his single combat move, just enough time had been stalled for Granola to finally be ready. And in a moment of desperation, Gas tried to push away from Vegeta, who was now holding him in place with every last ounce of his energy. Although this was probably the only way to ensure Granola's attack would actually hit Gas, it took away any hype of Vegeta having saved Goku, as it seemed he would now be sacrificing himself yet again. However, Vegeta proved to be far too exhausted to hold his opponent down for long, as Gas threw him to the side and charged at Granola. And even though this would only put Gas even closer to the attack, there was one thing that gave him a chance to survive that Elec pointed out here. Even after everything Gas had put Granola through, Elec made a good point. Why would Granola, especially with the few years he has left to live, send off an attack that would destroy the home he loves so much? Little did Elec know that Granola wasn't gonna have to make such a devastating choice because of this. Without even noticing what was behind him, Gas learned the true terror of the giant hands he had used against Goku as he was captured. And as the giant version of Goku easily tossed Gas's body all the way into space, Granola was given the ability to defeat his enemy and also protect his home. But there were some problems with this move. Although this toss proved just how much stronger Goku's version of the giant aura was compared to Gas's, it wasn't very realistic. Remember how Goku had tapped into this monster of a power before? It was only thanks to the unbelievable amount of ki that had come from the Grand Supreme Kai helping Kid Oob to send off his energy. And yet now, with no energy at all, Goku literally woke up like this? And as for the giant's power level, when Goku had been kicked by a similar move not long ago, he had been able to spin himself to a stop in order to fight back. But this was on another level, as Gas was unable to even slow himself to the point of being thrown completely out of the planet's atmosphere. With this much strength, it made the attack that Goku, Vegeta, and even Minato had needed to stall so much time for now feel almost useless, especially as Granola now revealed a devastating weakness here. Unable to aim from this far away, they needed a miracle to defeat Gas, and as Oatmeal showed himself at just the right moment, it was finally time to end this. The attack becoming even more huge than before, it covered them all in light as it reached Gas. But as the light faded, all seemed to finally be at peace, until this happened. After such a monster of an attack, could Gas really still be alive? And the answer proved that Goku had rubbed off on Granola maybe a little too much when he revealed the truth here. Even though Granola being able to turn away from his revenge reminded us of the amazing power Goku has to change others for the better, we were also reminded of something terrible as Granola made this mistake here. However great it might have been to watch these people that had manipulated him since he was a child now get bossed around by Granola, and to see that he had really defeated Gas, there was still a huge problem. How many times have we seen Goku spare his enemy just for it to end in total disaster? With Granola making this same kind-hearted mistake, it's hard to not think that this fight might not be over because of these two moments. Although the twitching of Gas's body seemed to be coming from what Goku had said here, it was never actually explained, leaving us to wonder, could it be something more? Now that his body has been thrown into a true, life-threatening state, and with Gas having already shown moves similar to Goku's Ultra Instinct, who knows if Gas could suddenly wake up with a huge burst in power, just as Goku had. And even scarier is the fact that after bracing for the impact of Granola's final attack, Elec hasn't been seen. This is the person that has forced Gas into every single new stage of power, whether it hurt Gas or not. What could be up his sleeve now? You tell me, has Granola really defeated Gas?